Alright, you all knew it was going to happen. You guys knew it. I warned you. We are playing a fucking alt. Damn, dude, look at the added damage on this. What the fuck? Oh, it's because of the base. Okay. I didn't see that. Base fire damage. 100% fizz to fire. Modifiers projectile damage applied to the skills damage over time effect. Arrows after the first fall within a base. Impact base explosion. Explosions deal 50% more damage with hits and ailments. I wonder if you can. I wonder if this can shotgun. It'd be interesting to do like a life stacking with the new Foulborn Wrathpith, and then do some sort of like life stacking, either ignite or poison build. You use Wrathpith with Crown of Eyes. Do that kind of setup so you can get the spell damage to apply to attacks. And that shit looks like it would be pretty bomb. I'm at this weird point in my PoE career now where I have enough knowledge to build out a build that will get through the campaign just fine, early maps just fine, even like yellow, like beginning red maps. But where I really struggle is getting it over that hump of like there's like a threshold where you go from doing early red maps to like late end game bossing T17 type stuff, and that's where I really struggle to scale my damage, and I have to get some help with the build or some inspiration with the build. Really, what it is my lack of unique item knowledge. Because I know like a lot of the uniques. Obviously, I was just talking about the Wrath Pit thing, but like there's certain mechanics and tricks. That's why Dreamcore's channel is so fucking helpful, dude, because that's all he ever covers is just specific interactions in the game. That's why he's like one of my favorite podcast guests, too. Nope. Fuck is this area, dude? I don't think I've ever seen this level of the lab. That's really weird because I've run this lab, I don't know, probably 1,000 times. Damn, dude, these motherfuckers love fireworks in my neighborhood, dude. It's crazy. It's November, dude. What are you doing setting off fucking fireworks? Welcome to the United States of America. We set off fireworks all year round for no reason. Just blow shit up. Damn! That shit's loud as fuck right now. Almost got cornered there. Hmm. Hey, what's up, Tuna? How's it going? Just leveling. I'm gonna level up this alt right now. I'm gonna make the heist build. I don't. I was trying to run the heister with. I was trying to run heist with my Slayer, dude. And it was just. It was absolutely atrocious. I can't. I can't sit there and slowly cyclone through the heist. After running a 600 movement speed character, it it's just unbearable, dude. Doing anything that's like, 120 movement speed or something like that. It's just. It's so slow. So I just figure I'll take a few hours out and just level this character up real quick, and then I'll start to slowly piece it together. Obviously, I don't have a Mage Blood yet, but it's definitely doable without the Mage Blood. I'll lose maybe 100 movement speed or something like that, 80% movement speed, but it probably won't even be that noticeable. Dude, Cobra Lash is so fucking busted for going through the campaign, dude. It's insane how busted this skill is to go through the campaign with. Nice. Yeah, dude, see, I think that RF is a good skill, but only when used in conjunction with other skills. So, for instance, like getting the 40% more spell damage multiplier is huge when you're playing like a brand build or a miner. That's a really good thing to have. But when you're just relying on just RF for damage, but I think with the new ascendancies and stuff that might have changed, and also with the graphs, I think that there are some big buffs you can get from the graphs as well. So it might be a little bit different. I don't think RF will ever be like a bosser though. I don't know. I haven't checked out what other iterations Pox has come up with, because I know he's like the RF master. I know people were playing RF Elementalist too. That's pretty interesting. I really want to mess with conflagration. I don't know if anybody's made a build out of that yet, but it looks really cool. Like conflagration totems. Conflagration ballista totems, maybe. I don't know if there's a way to where you can get the AoE to overlap on conflagration though, because I think that it does kind of low damage. So I think the only way to really make that work is if you could get it to like overlap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, RF's a great mapper, dude. That's why I made the Cyclone build. The Cyclone Slayer, dude, is so good for mapping. You just hold down one button and cruise. You don't have to do shit. I can do one-handed. I could be texting, hitting my vape, drinking. You know, I do whatever, and then you just hold down one button and cruise. Love it. It's a very similar thing with RF. You don't even have to hold down a button with RF. You just turn it on and then walk. Here we go. All right, now we're talking, dude. Now I can get some damage. Watch the. Have you watched the podcast that I did with him? If you watch the podcast that I did with Pox, dude, he breaks everything down. Like I mean, we go deep into that build. He explains like the offensive stuff, the defensive stuff. He just everything he is all broken down. I think I did a decent job asking him all the questions, but you should listen to it, dude. It's I thought it was a good one. I'm gonna have to do this. Int, baby. All right, there we go. How do we use the claw now? I think Pox was episode 5, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 5 or 6. Let me check. I just check to see if I have a shield. Better shield. Oh shit, I got Dendra Bay too. What the? Why is it doing that? Oh, that's why. Okay. Nice. Okay, we could start rocking this too. No, it's already max quality. Oh no, whoops, 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 whoops. Why is it damage over time with bow skills? And this is just 10% damage over time with poison. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it's bow skills only. Okay. Interesting. Time's about to run out. Did it not spawn enough monsters to complete it? What the fuck? Really? I guess it didn't, dude. That's wild. Wow. Okay. Okay. There we go. What's up, man? What'd you say WoW for? Are you saying WoW because I'm playing another alt? This should not be surprising at this point. I level 15 alts every league pretty much. Oh yeah, I know. That shit was pretty funny. I was like, dude, what the fuck? It's a little bit buggy. This mechanic is a little bit buggy, I noticed, but it is what it is, dude. You know how that shit goes, though. I noticed too, like if you spawn into a map where it's the one where you have to activate it, like and you activate it and then the monsters come rushing in, you have to defend Aelith. That one's really buggy too with the ways that you have to burn down the walls as you approach them. Like sometimes they don't burn down, you get like stuck behind them. It's kind of funny. I've had multiple instances where I've spawned into a map and I couldn't move. Because it was like right at the beginning. It's kind of funny. What up, Dross? I told you I was going to be playing an alt when you came back. Told you. I'm gonna make a heister, dude. I was trying to do heist with the Cyclone Slayer. It's just not working out, dude. I don't have the patience for it. If he used shield charge, I'd probably be able to do it fine, but I need a faster character. Dude, I came up, bro. I was mapping. No, I didn't see it. What is? You find a mage blood? You find a mirror? What happened? I'll check it right now. Dude, I'm so bad at checking that fucking Discord. Here, I'll look at it right now. Let's see. It better not be a dick pic, dude. Yeah, dude, you're not Tinkless anymore. You just kicked yourself out of the guild, dude. That's crazy, bro. How'd you do that? Now I gotta remove you from the guild. Bro, I've had one raw divine drop this whole time. One. Now I'm talking just drop, right? From like a chest, from a mob, like that. One raw divine drop. But I did have. What I was about to tell you before you brought that up was I was running my blueprints that I farmed, and I got a divine orb from it from a curio. Okay, but then I got a bunch of tempering and tailoring orbs, which obviously it's the beginning of the league. People aren't really using them that much, so they're not worth that much yet. But I came up on like, I don't know, 5 or 6 divines just from running heist. I only ran like a few blueprints too, dude. It wasn't even that many. Heist is the shit, dude. Oh, I think a lot of people sleep on that mechanic. They don't like it for some reason, or they're just not like about it. But I am all about that shit. I'll run heist forever, dude. That's my. I love that mechanic. Yeah, bro. I came up. All right, let's see what this tree's gonna give me for a weapon. Damn, bro. This did not give me a. Oh, it was a currency item. Whoops, my bad. Hey, I sent off a 5 million shipment to. I forget where I sent it, but I sent it to one of the far ports, and I came back and they said they lost half my shipment, and I was like, damn, dude, that went my mirror shard. Crazy. There goes my mirror shard. Nope. They lost half my shit, bro. I did get one divine, though. I got one divine. And just like a bunch of bubblegum shit. I got some tattoos. I want to get one of those. What's the tattoo that gives you? It's like the most valuable one. I forget what it is. There's something shaman. I forget, dude. I forget what it's called. Thing's worth like, a bunch of divines though. I need one of those. I was coming up though last league, dude, on tattoos. Some of those tattoos sell for a gang of money. Yep, I'm still tinkless, dude. It's alright, though. I'll figure it out. I'm about to get tinked up, dude, because we're about to start running exclusive heist. So, we're going to get to the point where we are just running heist, and then heist is going to be paying for more heist. And then that's it. That's where I want to get to. Is the point where I'm just running nothing but blueprints, and the only reason we stop is to trade for more rogue markers or buy more blueprints from the trade. So is the character's main skill going to be? Well, there's a couple of different routes you can go because it uses a Widow Hail. We're going for Widow Hail with the block quiver. So we need a high rolled Widow Hail so we can get max block. And then it just all focuses on like phase run, withering step. So I'm thinking since it's already doing withering step that what we could do is we could do something with like ensnaring arrow, and we could do ensnaring arrow with like mana forged arrows, and do like, I don't know, toxic rain or something. Because I figure if I can do enough damage, right? If I can do enough damage to... so instead, because the normal build would run, it would run Void Sphere, right? To kind of draw in enemies and like hinder them. Void Sphere and Frost Wall. But I figure if I'm already running a Pathfinder, right? So I might as well do the... I might as well take advantage of some sort of poison. So I could do Toxic Rain of Withering, right? With Mana Forged arrows and ensnaring arrows. So that way, every time I do that, the enemies get ensnared and then they get pulled into the Toxic Rain, the Spore Bursts. So that's going to do a bunch of damage over time. And as long as it kills the enemies, it's all that matters. It doesn't need to like do a ton of damage because it's just going to run heist. So as long as it can kill like a group of T16 mobs, it's fine. It'll be good. But then we're going to spec all into, I need to get Queen of the Forest and all that shit, bunch of movement speed. I need to get a bunch of, I need to get the jewels. It's not going to have a Mage Blood, obviously, but I'm going to have to get a good movement speed flask. That's going to be up a good amount of the time. That is the other reason why I'm going to need to kill enemies, because I'm definitely going to want to get that, always have flash charges for the Quicksilver Flask. But then I can use the Ascendancy too to gain flash charges. So I should have 100% uptime on the flasks, regardless. Yeah, right, dude. I'm ready for my raw mirror drop, dude. I've been playing this game for approaching 4,000 hours now, dude. So I'm due. I'm gonna get my mirror drop here soon. I can feel it. I know some people have played this game for like over 15,000 hours and have not had a mirror drop. That's so fucking crazy, dude. You know how wild that is? You obviously got to take out the time that you like sit in your hideout, or like sometimes I'll go to the store and like leave my computer on. I'll just be in my hideout. So you got to take out that time. So it's probably more realistically like 3,500 hours or something. Oh shit. Fuck. I need to go get Purity of Elements. I should also get
Only rich people, which is pretty dystopian.
So people must, confide in him then that he's going to honor his word and let them in when the time comes. I
You got to
presume.
take that on faith. I
Yeah.
mean, the other problem is that he's the one that told me. I said, "How don't you're going to need people in here
oh,
with
they're over
different
here on this one now.
skill sets, right?" And he said, "Brad, when someone's writing you a check for $3 million, you don't ask them what kind of skills they have, you know."
Right.
But it just seems to me that like that's the kind of situation where you get people dying from tooth infections, or trying to like fix an electrical thing and shocking themselves to death. Or I mean, terrible things are going to happen in that bunker because you don't have all of the people that maintain your life now on an everyday basis aren't in there, right?
I'm sure you're
So
going to get
that's
a
a
couple surgeons, but I mean,
yeah,
as much as you will.
yeah. But so that's why I say in terms of the communal model,
I mean, you
it
get a little bit
runs
more mana
as
leech.
well as people imagine it's going to. You really need like the way that that would work really well is to say, okay, we've got 60 people. What are the absolute crucial skills that those 60 people need to have to keep this ship floating, right?
Dude, these loading screens are fucking bananas this league.
Um,
I don't get it.
and then
I don't
with that,
understand why
you can select people that have
why the loading
experience
screens are so long now.
versus electricians.
It's not like my PC isn't shit either. It's like it's a decent rig, dude. I don't get it.
People start training now. Like that's real prepping, right?
And you would think that the rich people who are buying stock in there would almost want that. They would almost want that human resource component,
Yeah.
where because a plumber is never going to be able to afford that. It's still a lucrative income by today's standards, but not enough to afford a place in there. So you almost need to make provisions for people who were not, didn't have the means to buy it.
right, I'm ready for my raw divine drop, man. Let's go.
Everybody started.
Ready for it.
People were. I mean, it probably didn't help that he had a gun range down there, but it was just this debaucherous, crazy scene where orgies and just
extraterrestrial colonization. Like if we could build
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
moon base or whatever, and we
We'll see.
inside this hermetically sealed system, right? Everyone's jobs are going to be covered.
If I get one, dude, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. I'll tell you that, man.
To like ruin the experiment or something. I don't know. There's so much social friction, but that's why Larry had hired the psychologist to come in to say like, how can we minimize this? Because that anyone can build a bunker with hermetically sealed space.
Are you playing a Mjolnir build, Drost? You playing fucking Connor's Mjolnir build? I'm trying to get him on the podcast next, dude. I think I'm gonna hit him up. He accepted my friend request on Discord, so I'm gonna try to hit him up again. See if I can get him on the pod. That build's really good, dude. His Mjolnir Archmage build. It's a fun build, dude. I like he always makes really, really good builds. They're always like economy breaking type builds, but they are really, really good, dude. I want to know what his thought process is when he's putting together this shit. I think he'd be the most, he's probably like at the top of my list of people I want to get on the podcast. He looks at things a little bit differently. Him and Captain Lance too, same thing. Yeah, it's a good boster, dude, for sure. What variant are you playing? It has a very, very unique interaction though with the helmet. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the helmet, dude. I should know this, but I'm getting old. My memory's just not there anymore. What's the helmet that dumps all your mana? I forget what it's called. Remind me. Or that it gives you damage based off of your mana that you've spent. So you need to like dump your mana pool to get a gigantic boost. I can.
Yeah, yeah, one of the most elaborate.
Okay.
Called How the Government Planned to Save Themselves While the Rest of Us Died.
That's right. Yeah, awesome subtitle.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing book if you want to learn about how these government bunkers are built and how they function. I mean, he writes at one point that it's a multi-story structure inside a mountain, essentially.
It's called Indigon, dude. That's right. Indigon.
They can take the shock
So there's a very, very specific interaction with Indigon, dude.
building flex underground.
No, it's called Indigon. That's where like most of the damage for that build comes from, is the Indigon. That's why you have like a, that's why you have an insane amount of mana recovery on that build, because it's designed to dump all your mana to get a fat fucking like 800% increase like damage boost. It's huge, dude, what you get in that from that helmet. That's what makes the whole build so powerful. So if you don't do it right, you're not going to have a good time with it. Yeah, it comes a little bit later, but if you don't like figure that out though, because that's what I was struggling with. I was like, dude, why am I not doing any damage? And it's because I wasn't clocking that correctly. Just a heads up. So like just be mindful of that interaction, because that is where like a good chunk of the damage comes from for like killing bosses and stuff, is that mana dump.
It's amazing that all of this like came together in the way it did. But the best again, I'm not sure how you But the coolest thing down there was a library, and in the library was every
Yeah, that's the build, dude. If you're looking for a build that scales very well into the end game that you can dump some currency into, that's a really good build, dude, to do that with. Why are you close to quitting the league already, dude? It's only been out for a week.
stuff like that. But now what you see is a lot of, data
I'm just getting started, baby.
giant server rooms
I'm just getting started. This is only my third character.
underground, right?
I got like 12 more to go, dude. I'll probably end up playing some WoW though. I want to get at least one character to 60. See what it's all about. I was having fun with it. I think that'll be my third game that I end up playing, like just when there's dead time between PoE 1 and PoE 2. Unless D4 gets its shit together, which I highly doubt. It doesn't look like it's going to go in that direction. It's pretty sad, dude. Those developers, dude, they don't even know why their game is bad. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, but then again, I think that the Diablo is just not meant for the audience that PoE is. You know what I'm saying? Like PoE is meant for more people that like blasting. You know, they like putting like theory crafting and item crafting and stuff. They like complex, or the complexity of games like this. But Diablo 4 doesn't have that depth that I look for in a game like this. So obviously, it's just a different audience now. They kind of split the ARPG community between casual gamers and blasters, and D4 is a good casual game. Yeah. That's the difference, dude. Is that with Diablo 4, you want to play that shit for maybe like a couple of days, and then that's it. And then at least I do. I play it for like 1-2 days, and I'm done with. I'm bored. I'm just like, it's the same builds. Do you want to play Blood Wave Necro? Do you want to play dance spinning knives with the rogue? It's all the same, dude. There's like two, maybe one viable build per class that like can push really, really high end in the game, and then the rest is just all subpar. So it's like if you're playing a class, it's like, why aren't you just playing that one build? It just doesn't make any sense. So this game is this is why I love this game so much, is that there's just like an infinite amount of builds that you could put together, literally. There's so many different combinations of shit you can do in this game. I'm sure that like not even all the interactions in this game have been found yet, which is pretty crazy, dude. It's a 10-year-old game, or more than that, I think now.
hard to imagine what's there is the point. But I imagine that part of the reason that we
I wonder what year did Path of Exile 1 get out of beta?
While some
2013. So yeah, it's 12-year-old game. Pretty goddamn impressive, dude. They did this. Oh shit, I can go get GMP now too. I forgot. I can get GMP, and then what else can I get? Oh yeah, I can get Mark on hit. What else we got, dude? What else we got? And you go gem shopping.
pull back on any sort of military intervention in North Korea is because we don't know what's underground. And it's pretty clear that he's willing to starve his people to build anything out there. So yeah, I mean, he could be
Making really good time, dude. I started the stream in Act 2, so we're already blasting through it in like an hour. Not bad. Okay, let's see. We gotta go mark on hit. Let's do mark on hit. Let's get, we gotta get GMP. Put that in there. Chance of poison. We get that. Get to that. GMP, greater multiple.
And even that is taking months and months and hundreds of thousands of troops.
We get that danger bait, dude. I need to.
And it's costing billions and billions of dollars. To think that you could scale that up in a way which
Oh, I can't use it yet.
to fight a war like that, even if you
I get rid of faster attacks and put in,
manageable to
just do unbound ailments.
Well, I mean, if you could even figure out where to drop the nuke, right? I mean, the U.S. government is now working on essentially ground penetrating radar that can be
All right, there we go.
and at some point we'll begin
Let's get rid of this.
underground, which there goes our last sanctuary.
I was gonna say that we're trying to escape, and SpaceX and Elon are working on ways to find us underground even.
Completely. But yeah, you're right. I mean, this has been such a nightmare because of these tunnel systems. I mean, under one hospital they found like a 3-story tunnel system. These things were all built by hand, which is again.
Okay, cool. Let's see if we can get a weapon upgrade too while we're here.
Far more armored machines. What are they digging under there?
There we go.
No idea.
Do you think
They
that
could all be happening in secret. Like we don't have any kind of sensor arrays that would be able to figure out.
Fuck, dude. Why do these people do this shit, man? Come on, dude. This is 327, baby. Why are we still using this regular trading, dude? Come on. Why are we doing this?
I'm not sure if I disagree
Why are we still doing regular whisper trades, dude?
in terms of bunkers
What's going on here, man? These people got to get with the times.
push the button even more? But based on what you're saying, it almost sounds like if we know that it's futile to take out the enemy
God damn. I need to get a,
even with nuclear weapons, is that
fuck, man.
preventing
This int. Need this int.
I think it's another chess piece in the mutually assured destruction plot.
I don't even care about anything else besides,
Nukes
the
and
int.
bunkers that can resist nukes. It does make it kind of futile to enter into conflict. I mean that scale of conflict. Maybe that's an argument for governments being more transparent about the secret facilities.
I'm going to lose my portal too. Holy shit.
I mean, I'm sure all this happens and then things get leaked, right? And it's totally intentional. It's like, oh, I mean, the whole
All right, let's see. We just grab.
nukes that just got launched into space. We were discussing earlier whether that was intentionally leaked or not, that information. But that's the game. That's the geopolitical game.
So what do you know about
What's interesting now, though, is that we've got private players in the geopolitical game. That has never happened before in history.
Fuck it. I just need to grab a 1 chaos one. I just need to get 30 int real quick. I don't even care. All this gear is garbage anyway. It's all just leveling shit. There we go. All right. Cool.
Body used to onboard the machine, and he dug a hole without permission under LAX or in Hopper at the SpaceX facility.
you're allowed to do that?
No.
Did he get fined or did he?
The city came out eventually and were like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I was really frustrated with the traffic going from SpaceX to LAX, and I have this amazing idea. That we can dig a tunnel, and I think his idea is only Teslas will be able to access the tunnel. They're supposed to sort of hold on to these skates
Yeah.
that will take them from port A to port B. But essentially, after he had started digging this thing without permission, and then they looked at it, they were like,
There we go.
"Great idea. How much?" Do you think?"
Yeah.
And now he's got all these contracts.
All right, there we go. Now we're cooking, dude. Let's go. This build's pretty fun, dude. I like Cobra Lash. It'd be really fun with a Nimbus. Too bad we don't see Tinks, dude. We get no Tinks, so there's no Nimbus in my future at all. All right, let's see. Where else are we gonna go now? Go for some more chaos. I go for charisma.
And that is drilling, like that's for drilling for like oil and resources, or is that actually going down that?
No, that was an experiment
Hmm.
that Russia conducted during the Cold War. They were trying to drill a hole into the Earth's mantle,
Okay.
and they made it like 2% of the way there, and then the drill got so hot that it melted.
Oh, that's all for bow skills.
So all of which is to say, there is
Let's go for more accuracy and.
this isn't like Subterra Nullius, right? Like
Now let's go for some defense.
down there, there's biology down there, there's archaeology down there.
Okay.
There's a lot of consideration. Probably start pulling everything out.
Sure, is it gonna be single?
I knew that was going to happen. I thought I was standing outside of the circle. I couldn't see his arm was in the way. Yep. Dodged it that time. Haha. Sucker.
Subsidence with the neighbors, or like they start digging under other people's property lines, or they go to extend a tube line and they're like, oh, we just hit a millionaire's basement. Now we have to use some kind of like subterranean eminent domain to say we're repossessing that land to build a subway system. I mean, it starts to get really complicated, especially in cities. So I mean, like I say, as a geographer, this stuff totally fascinates me. I love the underground. That's why I spent so much time there, I guess.
It seems like a natural merit of your interests. What do you know about Russia and their capability?
Oh man, during the Cold War, they spent enormous sums of money in building subterranean systems. There's a metro system down there called Metro 2, which was basically built in secret, and it connected the Kremlin.
All right, here we go. Act 6. I made it through Act 5. I did not see one raw divine drop, by the way. Just saying, dude. So, yeah. You lied to me. You basically lied to me, dude. Which kind of sucks. And, I don't really like that.
And it was supposed to be derelict, right? 'Cause it's like a
Yeah, it must have been your streamer client. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it probably was. I can't believe you. Dude, I don't know what it is. I thought they were gonna fix that, but I guess not. I don't know. Weird, right? Why are why are we not seeing any raw currency drops, dude? What did they do? They just shadow nerfed all of the loot drops or what? Because there wasn't. I mean, I know that they nerfed a lot of like the true like end game strategies from last league that people were using, but I don't know. There just seems to be just across the board just nerfs with the way loot is dropping. Well, actually, I have a decent amount of them now, but that was just because I was doing some stacked deck farming. So you always get like a ton of divination cards for alteration orbs. So in fact, what I'm gonna do when I get off stream now is, now that I'm running kind of low on divines again, I'm just gonna go buy like 20 flasks and craft them, and just for like one divine each. Because at this point in the league, people start getting mage bloods now after like the first week. So then the flasks start to become very lucrative. But I also noticed too that asynchronous trade kind of fucked up the economy, dude, because it made it to where now there's not as much of a demand. There's so much supply now because everybody just always has everything available for trade. So it's not the same as it used to be. So now, like, even things like tempering, tailoring orbs, well, I think that's mainly because of the changes to Heist, but also because of the changing to asynchronous trade. Everything's always available now. So now that it creates way more of a supply, so obviously prices are going to drop.
Way of life down there. Like, it must take more energy to live underground than it does above, would you say?
That's a good question. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people about growing food, and the thing they always say is like it's great to grow underground because you don't have to deal with weather, you don't have to deal with bugs, right? Like there's so many external factors that are
I'm going
not
to go for spell
consideration.
suppression.
Yeah, it's a more controlled environment, but I think you're right. It's also got to be a much more energy intensive.
Go for claws and crit chance.
What about
I need better graphs.
which sounded like garbage. You know, like there were supposed to be a bunch of like conveyor belts that would move the luggage across the airport, and then it could just sort of like pop up at the plane.
Right, right.
So this is like luggage arriving. And I was like, oh okay, there was actually a luggage system, but
2 billion
2 billion, right?
Well, and okay, so knowing what you know about tunnel boring technology, I've always thought that it's feasible that you could have the mouth of the bunker, you could have tunnels, far off and miles in all directions going to like the main opening. So even if Denver Airport was like a portal into something else, is it feasible with the tunnel boring tech that something like that could happen where you maybe the front is like the Denver airport, but because I guess the idea is you don't want to tell the adversary where these are because then they will just put a nuke on it. But even if you know where the entranceway is to the bunker, with modern tunnel boring technology, I presume that you could just tunnel away from it
That's
in miles in all directions.
okay. I like this. This is a better take for the
Okay.
conspiracy theory. Isn't the NORAD bunker in Colorado?
All
I
right.
do not know. Is that the
I'm just yeah, I didn't know that.
Nice, dude. Is that working out good for you right now? Have you tried rolling magma mines? Dude, rolling magma mines is actually really good. Feels really comfortable. Ton of projectiles on your screen though, just a heads up. That is Projectile City right there.
It's slow. Yeah, it's slow. But is $2 billion get you to the bunker? Maybe.
Jamie, what's the prognosis? Cheyenne Mountain.
Cheyenne Mountain.
Okay.
How large is your vehicle? We're gonna solve this mystery right now.
Nice. You should buy a Taboola, dude. You just spend 7 chaos. Don't be cheap. You get yourself a 6-link real quick, even though you sacrifice a ton of a defense. But get yourself a 6-link, dude. That's why I die so often, dude. I always just get a Taboola. I have like no defenses ever going through the campaign. I always just fix it later when I get to the end game. My plan on this one is I'm going to. Oh, you do? Okay. My plan on this one is I'm just going to get to the end game real fast. And I'm going to buy a 5-way, and then just get leveled up like super fast. And then I'll put the character together after that. I'm gonna have to farm a little bit more on the Slayer just to get some gear. But I'm gonna craft some flasks. I think that's gonna be my ultimate strategy for making money right now. Is just flask crafting. Because I could probably, if I craft like, if I have the patience, dude, I could do 100 of them. I could probably buy a mage blood with it. I just don't like doing that all at once, dude. I don't have the patience to sit there and craft like 200 flasks, for a divine each. That's a lot. I've done it before though.
Projects in history, so I mean it's like up there with the Apollo space program.
Right.
So yeah, tunnel.
Billions.
Yeah, tunnel for 2 billion.
dude.
Like inject a fluid in front of the cutter with like and it kind of worked, and then it got stuck, and then just abandoned it.
So you think then that
Yeah, dude, that's the problem is I never have any defenses going when I'm leveling. Once I've leveled a character already, I'm not trying to like sit there and fuck around and like try to like, oh, let me get this link, I just put on the tabula, throw in whatever damage ones I can, and just blast through it as fast as I can. As long as I do damage enough to kill the bosses, that's all that matters. I don't care if I die 55 times, you know, I really don't.
Body of water. But essentially it's like plates that hold things back. It's like Atlas holding up the earth, as at that time, then workers would go into the front of the machine and they would sort of like open these doors and then dig it out and then they would move it forward, right? So now this is, of course, it's all automated. And one of the things that I'm really interested in is like what happens when artificial intelligence starts driving the machines, right? So we could start feeding all of this data into the model. So we've got all sorts of data on geology.
Damn, that's crazy. That's with shock burst totems?
that's bound to happen? Isn't that a Fermi's paradox sort of thing?
Damn, that's wild. I didn't know it was like that. You're one-shotting the bosses? I wonder how high it scales though. You obviously got to play it on a Hierophant. I was thinking of trying to do conflagration ballista totems. Damn, that's crazy. Especially on a 4-link, dude. Imagine you get on a 6-link, you probably doing a lot of damage. I wonder how high it scales up. It doesn't scale too high from the video. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. See, that's the problem with a lot of builds in PoE is that they do really, really well in the campaign. Like, you can blast through the campaign, dude, with, like, you know, just, like, really, really, like, decent skills, dude, that are, you know, that they should, you would think they would scale, but then you get to a point where it's like, dude, nope, good luck. It's like getting into maps, dude, is such a skill check, you know? You're like, damn. Damn, my build sucks. Once you get into maps, you're like, holy shit. Damn, dudes, people are still trying to sell Voidstone carries. That's crazy. That's got to be pretty lucrative. That's what I should do next league, dude, is make a build that's going to be like a boss killer and then just sell carries for Void Stones. Because all you do is just get them into culling range, and then you just invite everybody into the party, and everybody goes in, sits in the invulnerability phase, and then you just go cull the boss real quick, and they're done. That and 5 ways, dude, are really, really, really lucrative. And the new gold carries with the 16.5 maps, pretty lucrative too. I see those guys parties fill up all day long, dude. So every day for 5 maps, dude, they're making like 10 divine for running 5 maps, every 5 maps. And they're doing that like multiple times an hour, dude. So they're making like 30 to 60 divines an hour. All right, man. I'm out for the night, bro. I gotta get up early tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna start putting out some more content this week too. I'm gonna put out some guides and put this heister together and make a guide for it. But yeah, cool, man. Thanks for hanging out.